Open the curtains, lights on. Don't miss a moment of this experiment. Oh, the book is strange, like clockwork orange. Keep your eyes buttered till the end. Which you are going to be. Inside the mirror, do you see someone else in your body? Transform me 1 hand, 2 hand, 3 hand. Turn around, say like a doggy till I finish my beat. Cut it off, cut down your nose. Honest over loyalty is gonna get you killed. You make brutal convenient theories for the puppets on TV. There is comfort in the streets if you're gonna control me. At least make it interesting theatrically. When does it hit for me? Think I am done with everything. Now I'm ready to leave. Dragging out 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines. Connect our hands when I no longer can live on knowledge alone. You gave me strength, hopeful curiosity. You're still happy, answers left for my discovery. What's the color of the electric sheep you see? And if you love me, can you love your everything too for me? 뭐죠? 저는
We're back. Holy shit. I have no idea what happened, but when I launched the game and I went to do the reverberation ensemble, I have to start from the beginning. I'm not happy about this. Straight up. Not happy about this. Because I was like in a pretty good spot. I think Deborah and company had pretty handily taken care of the other folks on the team. And we were at the point where it was time to fuck shit up and deal with Argalia, and we still had 5 floors available plus Jebra. So I don't know what happened. It might have been like you have to do all of these in sequence, one after the other, and you can't like close the game. Obviously, I'm not going to leave my laptop and the game running all weekend, so I closed it. But it's not as bad as it could be. You know, it could kick me all the way back to the beginning of this nonsense. This boss rush. But yeah, like it's from everything, it's all one reception. Yeah, so I guess it's 3 acts. So I'm assuming as long as I'm able to get through those 3 acts, everything will just be fine. But I am a little bit I'm entitled to be a little bit cranky about it. Also, some guy, you notice my drip today, my shirt? It's a bit of a throwback. If you know, you know, but I know you played Destiny, so you might recognize it. It just so happened to find its way to the top of my t-shirt pile on Friday. It's the first Moments of Triumph shirt. Yeah. There is no text aside from Atos Triumphe. And then I've got the little customized shoulder patch here that has my old Xbox gamer tag on it. So Philip can use Rekindled Strike. That has a pretty good chance of beating out this right here, Tackle Mount. And if we beat out Tackle Mount, then it basically does no damage. For the other ones, shit, Jebra just had like a really, really bad starting hand. Jebra's just got a dog shit starting hand. Honestly, this is reset worthy. I'm just gonna reset. Fuck it. I'm just gonna reset. Small thing, found one of my favorite animes on Tubi. I don't know what Tubi is, but if that's like a streaming platform out of the ether, then that's cool. What is this? What is this garbage? What is this bullshit? Stop it. It's given me the exact same cards with Jebra. It's just not a good starting hand because I'm not gonna play where I can only do like one set of cards. I think I'm gonna get rid of Bion in her setup. And man, I would take another spear if I could. Is there anything else that is really good that Jebra should take with her? Maybe I take another level slash. Maybe a third level slash, because I do think whenever she gets up to light max, she kind of struggles to maintain high enough light. And then augury kick is just good. I think I think I brought emotional turbulence because of what was it? I think I brought emotional turbulence because of what was it? God damn it. Words are failing me. I think I brought this because it was the solution to the solo Jebra run where she had to do a lot of blocking by herself. And that's the same reason I think I took Bion. But have you watered? That's fair. No, I haven't watered yet. Thank you. The original Japanese Ringu, is better than the American version. Surprise, surprise. But I'll be honest with you, most Japanese horror feels very goofy. That might be because I've watched like a bunch of 70s and 80s Japanese horror movies, and they are goofy in the best way, in like the best possible way, but they are very goofy. 8 to 12 and 5 to 7. I feel like Focus Spirit's actually not all that bad because it's got that really high defense card. I know Augury Kick has a higher, like a bigger number. 7 to 12. It's just better damage wise, and I guess we don't need the defense. I guess I think Emotional Turbulence is, I'm just gonna keep it because I think Emotional Turbulence, maybe we don't take Repressed Flesh and I'll bring On Rush because I want something that's gonna do a bit more damage. Although I doubt we'll get to see On Rush really do what it shines best at. Maybe we don't do that. Maybe we do keep Repressed Flesh. What are some other really good 3-cost? Let me look at Object Art and see if there are any other ones that pop out to me. Yep, Repressed Flesh is the only one that really pops out to me. So we'll keep that. Sword of Volition is funny on Jebra. I believe you. We're gonna look at that. Oh, Jesus. All dice in this page gain power equal to emotion level, restore all light. So that would be a +5 to all of these. But because she has so many cards, I see what's happening here. Because she has all actually, I think you might be cooking with that actually. Because she has these cards that reset their value and their value goes down to 1. You can take Sword of Volition, which at max emotion level, which we expect to get to, gives us +5 to all of these, making it base 8, 8, and 7, and then that goes to 12, 12, and 10. It's pretty fat damage. I think I am actually going to take that. And that's just because Spear and Level Slash end up giving me, you know, like unlimited uses as long as I have all of those available and have been playing them. She always has light to spend. Yeah, pretty much. She always has, well, almost always has light to spend. That's one of the reasons why I was hesitating to bring both Emotional Turbulence and the other one, because I think I was running Beyond, Augury Kick, Emotional Turbulence, and Repressed Flesh. And there were a couple of times where I was like, yikes, I don't have enough light. I'm going to try Sword of Volition because Necro told me to, and I do what I'm told. I'm thinking, where would I want to put this? Because it does all the damage types. Yeah, it does all the damage types. But it does a mass attack. And we do so like mass attacks. I'm so glad that the build I recommended is getting so far. It brings a tear to my eye. Well, you know, disposal maxing. It's funny for the memes. And whenever it completely fails to get draw, I can blame it on you. So I have no culpability whatsoever. And I just love zero culpability. I do enjoy blaming things on other people. Speaking of which, this is 100% my fault, but I didn't sleep last night. So I don't think I'm gonna run the whole stream as late as I usually do. I'll probably end a little early today. Okay. So, I don't want to be feeble. That's for sure. Being feeble is cringe. That 5 to 12 is hard to beat at the end. I think with Jebra fully pumped on Spear, she is like running an 8 to 12. So I have it slightly beat out on the minimum, but the maximum is about the same. So that makes that a bit spooky. But we don't necessarily care so much about getting hit with that last one. Let's see what options we have. Can't use Blazing Strike. Really just, it's what we've come to expect from Philip after years and years of him just being a dipshit, a little baby bitch dipshit. So, honestly, Musicians of Bremen was not nearly as scary as Philip was, and not nearly as difficult to kill. I feel like Philip was super easy to kill, but I didn't focus on him at all, so I took a ton of damage from him. This right here, Roundhouse Tail, I think that absolutely needs to be handled because it's doing paralysis, and we hate paralysis. I think the Infinity Spear, and then we do a level slash on something that's low, like this down here, and then we'll beat that out and get extra rolls from that. This level slash comes out base at 5958 with the plus, what we would get a +2 there. I don't like that. I don't know what to use to beat that out. I don't think we can beat that. I think we just have to take it. Yikes. When I handle this fight, I have had gun to just jump Bremen and then Jeb maxed. So he used like 2 brain cells this entire game. I mean, like, I intend to throw together a floor for Bina that is just gun floor if it comes to it, but it is like gun floor for me as a last resort. I generally try to not do that unless, like I said, unless we're going to like the last resort. Let me see. So we could do concentration and we could do energy conversion after that. But energy conversion is very unlikely to hit. And I think we're going to take damage on, like, we're very likely to take the full brunt of this on Necro. Necro did die pretty early on last time. You hate to see it, but, you know, there's very little that I can do at the end of the day to try to avoid dying in this particular fight. This is a tough fight. This fight is one of the toughest fights. At the very least, this was one of the tougher fights inside this sequence because it's got a heavy concentration of units and like just there's a lot of dice to deal with here. There's a guy who beat the entire game solo, pure insanity. I thought you said you were trying to do that, Necro. I thought you said you were looking into beating this game solo. This becomes a 4-5. So we get a +3, and then we get a +2, so that makes it a 7-9. 7-9-7-9. That's still not going to beat that out. Blind Faith could theoretically beat that out if I was able to play both Snake Slit and Blind Faith, but I can't, so that's not an option. So I think we're going to play Snake Slit over here and Serpent Sword Technique. And I think we're going to concentrate our damage on Philip this time. Because Philip hurt. He did so much damage over time. It was like all of the chip damage he was doing hurt really bad. Phil has fuck all that he can do this turn. So we're just going to have Phil roll it up. Roll it up, bad boy. And then I've got to figure out something to do with this. 9-14. Big yikes. Like, I want to block it with something, but I don't really have anything that I can block it with. I guess I can use a Will of the Prescript. The question is, if we're gonna get hit with it, do I want to engage with his other dice on there? I feel like I just want to let him hit me. Say, fuck it, let him hit me, and then engage with him unblocked, right? Because he doesn't have any blocks that he's playing at all. He's just fucking around. I did until today's Shylock happened. Imagine solving a turn and waiting 10 minutes for a face to pop up. Nature of choice. What's this? I just do my prescripts. I do enjoy the little callbacks to the prescripts thing. Yeah, Necro, I can imagine, like, I spend so much time min-maxing my turns. Like, this is the first turn. We are still on the first turn. So yeah, I can imagine just sitting there waiting for today's Shylock to give me an opportunity to be able to do fucking anything. It would be annoying for sure. God damn. Yeah, we managed to get a little bit in there, and I guess because Verdigris didn't clash, we had one less clash than usual, we didn't get our emotion level up high enough to be able to trigger the next thing. So Verdigris doesn't have any emotion to play with. That sucks. We don't like that. We don't like that one bit. Yeah, unfortunately, that is just what it is. We're just gonna have to make lemonade. If the target's an ally, they get haste. There's always one thing that I gotta fucking deal with though, and that's this shit right here, tackle mount, needs to be handled. And I'm trying to figure out who is gonna do it. It's gotta be somebody who obviously has dice high enough to beat it out. I think Jin Mi is gonna eat like all of my dice to do it, but that will do the trick. It's just gonna eat all of my dice to do it. And then I guess we graze grass again. It sucks. I really don't want to be grazing grass right now, but this early on, it's like they've got cards, they've got good cards to play, and I just don't. I just got Bupkis. Sucks, but it do be like that sometimes. So we're gonna use Rekindled Strike, and I guess we'll use Violent Flame as well. Jeb still has her turn. We don't want paralysis to happen, so I think we're going to try to mitigate this. We'll use, I guess we use this, and then we'll use a level slash on Philip over here. And with that, what is that? That's an 8 to 4, so we get +2. That makes it into a 7-11, which we have a good chance of beating his restrain card out with Deborah, but I guess it's gonna suck if she doesn't beat it out. Yeah, this is dicey. Energy conversion. Only got 4 charge, but I mean, we didn't hit with energy conversions on hit ability last time, so we didn't actually get any card draw, unfortunately. Okay. So we are cooking with Philip right now. He's getting pretty low. He's only at 20 for stagger, so he's almost knocked out. I'm pretty sure if I can beat out Scorching Desperation with something. Oh shit, no, Scorching Desperation is mass summation. So we just have to deal with that. Unless we have an AoE, which I don't think we have anybody equipped with an AoE right now. Okay, so that means we're just gonna have to make lemonade. I hate this. I hate it here. This is doing recover. If the target is an ally, they recover 20 HP. If the target's an ally, they gain a strength and recover 20 HP. I think we'll do that, and then we'll do a Violet Blade here on Philip. We'll have Jeb make sure we counter. Can we do it with Jeb, or can we do it with somebody else? Because I don't think Philip's got the juice. God, Philip is. I think our Phil is that. I think he might be actually dead this turn. Wolgafer might be dead this turn too. It's really heavily dependent on whether or not we're gonna be able to block for him. Yeah, I think Wolgafer might actually be dead. We'll have to. I think we'll have to use Jebra to block for him, because we can use Emotional Turbulence. We're getting hit back here, so we'll use Spear on the what is it? It's Pierce. This one's weak to Pierce. If we use Spear on this one, I think we might actually be able to stagger Greta. And if we can stagger Greta and Philip this turn, that's a lot of attacks that just won't get to happen. So I think that should kind of be our focus this turn. Yeah, I think we're gonna bank on taking Philip out before he has the chance, like staggering him before he has the chance to actually hit with anything except for his AoE. I'm pretty sure our Phil is just cooked. I think he just dies this turn. it's shitty, but like I don't have a solution for this. And then right here we've got what, 7, 9, 5, 8. Yeah, that's like just barely enough if he bottom rolls and we roll good. That's barely enough to be able to survive that. And then we're just gonna hope that we can knock this bozo, Greta, and Philip out. If we can't, it's gonna be tricky. Yeah, our Phil has just gotten staggered and now is dead. Was not expecting Philip to get 3 free attacks, but I think I made the same mistake last time because Philip was using ranged attacks. Oh, Welgafer doesn't get his turn because he just fucking died. So that's not good. This is looking significantly worse than it was looking last time. Yeah, this is bad. This is like really bad. I fucking hate because you see, like, you can block the like the word stream boo, but like we have real fake viewers. Get your real fake viewers. Get them today. Get them now. Get them all day, every day. I think we should just we just restart. And I mean, I fucked up. I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm a sleepy bear and I fucked up. I should have tried to counter Philip. I forgot that he was doing ranged attacks. Also, the first time we did this, we took out Greta really early on. And I think that's probably she should be our focus, I think. Level slash. Who's weak to slash over here? All right, so this bish over here is weak to slash. Means we have to graze the grass first, which will give us 3 lights. And then, or 3 charge rather, and then we can spend Leap. And that will spend the 3 charge to give us 2 pages. And that's a slash blunt. I don't think it's gonna hit, but we will target her anyway. Greta, we need to hit with a Jin knee. And then we can follow through with the graze the grass. Philip, we're gonna have to do something about this because straight up, my Phil he just fucking dies like every time instantly. I just like he's got no goddamn cards, and like he takes a little bit of time to build up, but he ain't got no goddamn cards. He can't handle it. So we rolled something a little bit different with Verdigris this time. We rolled sturdy defense, and I think we're gonna run with the defensive deck on Verdigris and see if we can't mitigate some of this damage. Yeah, I kind of figured that was gonna happen. Jesus Christ! Necro just getting absolutely obliterated on turn 1. You hate to see it. God damn it. Are you joking me right now? Jebra, how did you take all that? Wolgafer, how did you not get emotional? What the fuck? I think it's because I think I only used one single card on Waldeford that was a single attack. So I don't know, we hit with it. I just like I need the cards. Like I need the ego pages. Alright, so we could do emotional turbulence. That's Pierce Slash. Let me see what our block is up to right now. Okay, so our block can do inflict one feeble next scene. We could do serpentine barrier and pick something up over here. Like we could pick up like a roundhouse tail, I think. Or we could grab one of these two. Because if we picked up restrain with serpentine barrier, and then we counter this with something else. How about Iron Wall? That would be able to apply some of that sweet block damage. Because we do want to stagger these bitches. Like we need to stagger these bitches. Emotional turbulence. I don't think that's gonna land super great, honestly. 7 to 12 would beat that out, and then we might be able to. We definitely will beat out the Blazing Strike's dodge, and then we should be able to get a hit in. But that's blunt, and he takes damage from blunt, but not stagger. I kind of don't want to waste it. We're gonna do it anyway, and we'll pull this in and hit Bremen. Concentration and energy conversion. 4-9. We've only got with Necro. We've only got +1 to strengthen, so that's 4-8. pretty solid chance we fail to connect with both of these hits. But what else am I supposed to do, you know? I can't just, like, not... I can't not, you know what I mean? Right, so that's slash blunt. Neither of those things are what they're weak to, but we could counter one of these with slash blunt if we do Chi Wen. And then we've got violent flame as well, which is just kind of like extra damage. Slash pierce. We'll hit Philip with that. We gotta do something about Wolgafur. I think I was gonna say emotional turbulence would be perfect here, but Wolgafur doesn't have any fucking light. My dude, my brother in Christ, you need more light. Alright, I think I could do Will of the City to block out one of these, and then I could use Puppet Blockade. I don't think it's going to succeed in blocking these, but it's the best I've got. Holy shit, look at you go, Jebra. Jebra just fucking blocked that. I have no idea how. God damn it. Vertigris, you were supposed to block that. Okay. Now Jebra's in a dicey spot. We can use emotional turbulence. Both of these are melee attacks this time. But your girl Greta got some whack-ass shit going on here. She got 3 strength. That's spooking me out. Go to the nearest fast food restaurant, order the first item your eyes fall on, pretend nothing happened, and wish a happy new year to a couple walking a dog. My neighbors would look at me so strangely. They'd be like, the fuck are you talking about? We're paralyzed ×2 with Wolgafer. That means we are not winning any clashes that we do with Wolgafer this turn. Like, no shot. Rekindled Strike. I think that might be the only chance that I have of beating out Scorching Desperation. Greta's not even close to getting staggered. We gotta use Rekindled Strike, and there's like nothing that I can block with it. Yikes. If the target's an ally, they recover 20 HP. We can't have that. I think Fervid Emotions, I think anything I roll with Volga for this turn is just gonna be fucked up. I think Wolgafer's turn is just boned, which means I think Wolgafer might be on his way out. I think we might be seeing a dead Wolgafer soon. We do a cheeky little energy conversion. The blunt slash on your girl, Eileen. Alright, Will of the Prescript, I think. Beyond's got some pretty decent numbers, but I think Will of the Prescript is the only one that is actually going to be able to collectively beat that out. And I have enough juice to do Beyond as well. We'll try to Beyond that and block that. Alright, let's see how it goes. Everybody blocked, except for Necro. Necro has just been, he's just been sucking shit this whole time. I think, yeah, Necro's got 3 HP and 1 stagger. It's almost Jover for you. We got the stagger off on Philip. That's really important. God damn. We knew Wolgafer was going to take some serious damage there. I just didn't know it was going to be that bad. So we get the Roll of the Wolf on Jebra. Necro's dead. Rip Bozo, indeed. It just be like that with you. I don't get it, man. It's like, it's always bad. It's just always bad. Okay, I think we're gonna use Great Split Vertical. And if we can hit Greta sufficiently hard with Spear, with our +5, if we can slam down on this with our plus, oh, she's got +5 too. That's not fair. That should be illegal. That shit should be illegal. God damn it. God damn. Okay, so that means we're tied. With anything that I come at her with, we're gonna be tied. And nobody else has dice high enough to catch up to her. I mean, I guess I just gotta hope. I just gotta wish and hope. She got 3 protected, so she takes 3 less damage from attacks this turn. But I don't think she gets bonus to her defensive rolls, which means my offensive rolls almost completely beat out her defensive rolls. And I have no idea, where is my card draw? I've just been not landing Spear this whole time or something? I don't know. This shit is pissing me off. Alright, and what do we got? We got Beyond. Beyond's going off at a 3. We've got a 4. We'll use Serpentine Barrier. We're getting hit with 1 attack. So that means if we use Serpentine Barrier and Beyond, we should be able to pull in 2 attacks. And then we can multi-slash, or graze the grass rather. But I'm still like, we need to execute Philip, and I just don't. If Jebra had the cards for it, we could just execute. But Jebra doesn't have the cards for it. So let's Will of the Prescript. We will of the City, and multi-slash. We've just gotta hope that Wolgafer, Phil, and well, not even Vertigress. Wolgafer and Phil need to output a sufficient amount of damage to be able to take her out this turn. I would love to absorb this hit. I think Wolgafer could successfully absorb this hit. But I don't think I can risk it. I think I gotta do a little prescript. So close. Unbelievable. Yeah, I think we'll go first. Or no, that's Phil. Phil's dead. Phil didn't even get his turn, which means their Philip just survives. It really is, I think it really is like, I can't attack anybody else. I have to only attack one enemy. I need to pick an enemy, and I just need to focus them down until they're dead. Because, like, playing around and hitting multiple enemies, it's good in theory, but it just doesn't work. You just can't do that. So we do get to Manifest Ego this turn, but we're getting AoE'd again. Thought Gear Advent. I hate that. Alright, so Wolgafer can say goodbye with the Smile. And it's Mass Individual. So it's whatever the first die is gonna be what it is. Jebra can get turned on this turn, but like I'm thinking like basically this will be one of those things that we do where we basically try to absorb every attack that is going to hit Jebra, absorb it onto somebody else. And focus on trying to that's the thing, is like I could stagger you, but I feel like this is a waste now because we didn't get to kill Philip while Philip was stunned. We've got three of them who were almost stunned, and we wasted Philip's stun. And we've got 2 people on our team who are dead. Wolgafer is dead this turn. I think we're fucked. I think I just need to restart. What's really frustrating about this is that like I solved these fights. I did this already, and I'm trying to do something differently to try to make it out of the fight in a better situation. But I need to just not. I need to just focus up and do what I did last time and just kill Greta. Just kill her ASAP. Just like gun her down as quickly as possible. Make sure she doesn't actually get the chance to really do anything. I was like playing around, kind of attacking with other abilities, trying to take advantage of weaknesses in damage resistance types. But honestly, I should just lock in and wreck Greta. Let's see. Can I intercept this with anything? I can't. So Tackle Mount is just gonna land. Because like this 11 to 15 rolled at a 6. So Jebra is the only one who could theoretically beat that, but I don't have any cards that would be able to intercept that. You know what that means? That means that Necro is about to take a Tackle Mount right to the face. And there's like nothing I can do about it. It's so aggravating. Nothing I can do about it. Every time Jebra gets turned on is a good time. That's true. That is true. And you can quote me on that. I'm gonna steal that right out of Keldy's mouth, and you can quote me on that. I'll own it. So Blazing Strike, Rekindled Strike is a nice little penetration attack. I think we're gonna do that. And then we can do Brace Up as well. That's another pen attack. We're gonna see if we can't get her staggered by turn 2. As long as we make sure that the attacks that she does, that Greta does, are not blocked, or dodged rather. Because if she gets the chance to dodge, she regens, obviously. So like as long as we keep her from regenning. Necro is already at 45 HP. 35 HP. Necro made it out of that with 22 hit points and 6 stagger and 22 hit points. Yeah, I don't think we're ever getting to use disposal with this setup that we have. I don't think disposal is ever happening. Like not never ever. So I think we just need to put that. I think we need to just put that straight up out of our minds. That's just not happening. Do Snake's Prey over here. I would love to absorb more attacks with Necro because Necro needs to be able to absorb as many attacks as they can before it's time for us to put him out to pasture. Once again, Wolgifer only gained I'm not sure exactly what happened. Maybe it was that we didn't clash with Wolgifer. Something is causing us to not get our due. Something is causing us to not get our due, and it's pissing me off. And we'll do emotional turbulence over here. Why do all of your strategies involve you? Dying? It's not my strategy. You just end up getting creamed. I don't want you to die. It just keeps happening. At will of the city. Got that stagger. Now it's time for her to... I'm pretty sure she's just cooked. But yeah, she should be dead super early. Okay, so Greta is out of the way. Now the next target is Phil. Got spear. Okay, they're coming out with scorching bullshit this turn. Is this is the one that it's coming in on? Yes. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to beat this with Jebra on that particular slot. Yeah, I don't think I could beat. You know what I could do? Is I could do Great Split Vertical at a 2, and that should beat it. But it's a slash. I feel like that's kind of a waste. What we could do is we could do against this one, Great Split Vertical will definitely win. That's gonna be like all of Jebra's juice though. And then we could do, this is Infinity. That makes that +1, that's a 4, that's +5, that's a base 9. I think that wins for sure. And that'll happen first, I think. All right, now It's time to concentrate on getting as much damage as we can on this bozo. Absorb impact. And then we want to rekindle strike again, I think. This is the slot that he's slapping in, so I think rekindled strike here would be the best way. And we're not high enough to use blazing strike just yet, but we can use Chi Wen. No, Chi Wen would be a waste, I think. Violent flame. Maybe violent flame. Because our goal here is to do as much damage as we can to Philip this turn, and he's weak to piercing damage. I don't know how I'm gonna do this with Verdigris. I think Verdigris is just gonna take damage from this. The only thing I can think to do is to switch stances to slashing stance, which I would prefer to do. I would prefer to do the other stance, but I think switching to slashing stance is actually going to make it's going to help me survive this turn. We're at what, +2, 4. Do we have the 5th bonus? I can't see shit in the mist. We do have feeble. And with our slash bonus, we've got 3, 4. Okay, we have a +4. Snake Slit makes it a 5, 6. That makes this a base 8 to 10. I'm just trying to decide which of these attacks do I want to absorb. Do I want to try to absorb? I think I'm going to do that one, because that one has a higher chance. And then we do Violet Blade. Which, with our, what is that, 5, 10, it's a base 15 to 25. I think that has a pretty solid chance of beating out your bozo up here. And then we'll spend that extra slash on Eileen. No, I think we're gonna spend it on the Bremen boy. The cow, man, bear, pig. We're gonna spend it on man, bear, pig. And we're feeble ×4 over here with Wolgifer, so very, very, very low chance that he's able to actually survive. Or not survive, but very low chance he'll be able to actually do anything with his turn. But we're gonna try. We'll make lemonade. Holy shit. He like bottom rolled. He like I think he rolled a 2. No, Necro! You were supposed to win that clash! Now you're dead. You were supposed to win that! Okay, we got the stagger on Philip, and Philip is basically cooked. Bremen is also almost dead. I'm pretty sure just doing a little bit of countering on Bremen this turn will kill it. Let's see, we'll do level slash and a level slash on Bremen with, we've got a -1. -1. I don't love that for these particular rolls. Maybe we do level slash on this with a +5. Will help us beat that out. And then we do another level slash right here against that. Then we do a spear on Philip. We could have, so we do, well, I mean, like, the turn is done. Once it's done, it's done. Once it's over, it's over. So once this turn is done, we're done. So basically, I need to maximize my damage output. So we're going to do Sharpened Blade over here. We're going to do Blind Faith on Eileen. And I'm pretty sure following that up with like a multi-slash will probably lead to Eileen. Eileen's going to be pretty goddamn close to staggered at this point. Philip should be dead, but I think we're gonna Blazing Strike him anyway. And then we'll Chi Wen your girl down here. We'll Chi and Eileen. That'll keep all of the hate off of Waldifer. And then Waldifer can do what? Fervid Emotions over here, and then we can do a Will of the City as well. Well, I mean that guy should just be dead. All right, let's see it. Let's see it go. Stagger up on Bremen, and Bremen is dead, I think. Yeah, the fire is on Bremen, that should kill him. And that's a dead Philip. Dead Bremen. Oh, so close. So close. Alright, Mimicry, Cobalt Scar. I wish one of these was an AoE. Mimicry. Oh, she's staggered. That's perfect. Okay, that means that I can choose somebody who's low HP, and I can use Mimicry. And Mimicry is going to inflict 10 bleed next scene. It's going to recover HP equal to the damage dealt. So what I can do is I could actually go down here and do acupuncture. That'll give me at least a +1. On top of everything else we've got with our bonus damage, and then that should just do it.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. 82. Yeah, Vertigris just healed the full. that was definitely the play to do on that turn. Jebra is not quite warmed up to emotion level 4 yet, but that worked pretty good. You want to hug Distorted Eileen? Is that weird? I don't think it's weird. You don't get to choose what makes your PP hard, and if that's not what you were referring to, then I also don't think that's weird. Okay, so we're just gonna jump right back in. We're just gonna jump right back in. Here's hoping. Alright, he's starting off strong with the AoE. I remember not liking this fight. I remember not particularly liking this fight. But, like I said, we're gonna make Lemonade. I think the conjoining strings was a bit annoying, but something that we could mitigate by using Tanya. So we wanna get the conjoining strings. Cannot be redirected. Okay, so we can't redirect it. Whoever gets it is gonna have it. So we want to try to get Jebra's stats back up. That means we're going to need to do enough damage with Spear to be able to get our card draw and reduce the cost. So I think with just what we have there, even with our bound too, I think right there we're starting off at a base 8 across the board. I think that should be fine for that. And this is mass individual, so I need a 610 minimum. Well, we can do level slash. 5 to 3 brings us up to a 610, 6-9. Not ideal. Not ideal. We're at blunt damage with Vertigris. Where's our weakness here? So slash and piercing. That means Jebra can just focus entirely on Tanya. And then we get bonus blunt damage to ya boy up here. To Jaehyun. High kick. Repressed flesh. And graze the grass. I I don't think we can use Graze the Breast there. I think we're gonna use her Pressed Flesh to try to block, air quotes, block that attack. I think it's smart in this particular case to focus on just Tanya and to focus just on Tanya and on Jaehyun. That paralysis is gonna suck next turn though. Is there any way I can suck that off into somebody else? And yeah, I heard myself say that. Yeah, I think I can suck. I could do that. And then we could do Rekindled Strike here, which will hit nice and good. And then we can do Violent Flame, which will hit Tanya nice and good. And then we can do Brace Up. Yeah, we'll re-roll that Blazing Strike. Eventually, we're gonna want to be rolling with that. But for right now, I think we're gonna do that. And then we could fucks with this, or we could let Verdigris take it. Verdigris has got 2 counter dice. I think we're just gonna let that ride. And then for Wolgifer, we can use multi-slash on Tanya. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Our turn starts off stronger. God damn. Okay, no, I remember that. Anything clashing with Tanya's die there that I just clashed with don't get any of the bonuses to her shit. So I don't get to do bonus stuff. But that is Verdigris, I think, just countering. Damn, Tanya's strong. Gain strength based on the amount of HP the librarian has recovered this act. And then what we've got, AoE Dipsia. I think Dipsia might be the play. I do think Cobalt Scar is good, but I think Dipsia is the way. And that's just because we've got these two bozos that come out, and I think we need to kill them pretty quick, and Dipsia is going to be the way, I think. Now, we've got this shit right here, Beatdown, and we have Red Strings. And I think Red Strings is designed to get beaten by Beatdown, but to mitigate the damage to a degree that it doesn't matter as much. So we're gonna do that here. Red Strings here. And then we're gonna manifest Ego at the end of it all. Right? Dice on this page. Yeah, we're gonna absorb this from Tanya. And then we've also got Emotional Turbulence we can play. Yeah, and that's gonna use all of our light. Perfect. And that means Jebra is just absorbing hits from Tanya. Okay, and then let's see. I don't think anything else coming out is super big. Funky music time. Not what I meant, more so that Distortion Eileen is cute in an odd sort of way. That's fair. Snuggles and stuff. I get it. Also, I mean, like, I kind of feel bad for anybody raised in a cult. Pretty much anybody. It almost really doesn't matter to me if you were raised in a cult. I kind of feel like kinship, if you will. I feel a genuine sense of kinship, and like we're not so different, you and I. The deep lore. Zan was raised in a cult, in a cave with scraps. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. The goofy music be fucking me up for real though. Graze the grass. Phil's got nothing. As per usual, Phil's cooking with absolutely nothing. These two I can ignore not a chance. Yeah, and then I can grab cripple and needlework over here with Wolgifer. Just how do I wanna try to absorb these? I think emotional turbulence followed by will of the prescript and a cheeky little graze the grass. And the graze has to go into Tanya. Wait, who's using Dipsia? Somebody's got to use Dipsia this turn. Who's got enough? Phil, you got enough juice to use Dipsia? Yeah, you're not going to use Will of the Prescript. You're going to use Dipsia. Fuck them up. It'd be different if Eileen's cult was a harem. Everything would be different if a cult was a harem. No, wait a second. Isn't that like one of the quintessential fundamental like functions of a cult is to give the dear leader endless amounts of pussy? I think that's kind of like, I think that's the purpose, generally speaking. Pog, 8 damage. Yes! Win! Never stop winning. Mr. Knife is cooked. Oh, we just woke up. And we've got Great Split Horizontal now, which is fun. We love AoEs for sure, especially whenever they are in our favor. When the bank makes an error in your favor, it's always best. Okay, now we can do this thing where we use red strings with Verdigris and absorb that hit over here. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm not pretty sure, I'm 100% sure that Mrs. Mermaid is fucking dead this turn. Like, there's no shot she survives. And then we'll hit with a high kick as well. And let's see, what can we do with Phil? I think it's time to end your girl. Wolgifer's the only one who can still level up. Everybody else we need to manage our light very carefully. That's a nice argument, Tanya. However, Greater Split Horizontal. God revealed to me in a dream I should have 3 billion wives and all your money. I mean, I don't need 3 billion wives. I don't need 3 billion wives. Personally, I'm fine. I'm fine with just the one. Okay, spear. What else can we do here? This is coming in to Philip. Philip's got Chi Wen. Chi Wen's got a pretty decent chance of beating this out. I don't necessarily want to need to clash with it though. I'd rather just knock her out. I'd rather just make her unconscious this turn and not have to do it. But I don't think that's necessarily a practical strategy for victory. I think we'd be rolling the dice. Alright, so we can do Tao Tai. I think we're gonna do that. We love our AoEs up in here. For sure. And then I think after that, we could do a cheeky little Will of the City and a multi-slash. And even after that, we still have Puppet Blockade. So we get 2 really hefty AoEs this turn that are gonna do some significant damage. Fuck him up. Yes, go Verdigris. Pog. Kill her. Block most of it, as the Lord intended. Okay, so we're doing significantly better this time around. Like dead ass. Basically what I need to do is I need to pick whoever has the lowest HP gets to use mimicry on Oswald. Okay, so we're getting climax. He's coming. That's actually a little spooky because I don't have any way of blocking that with Vertigus. Let's see. Do I have a way of blocking it with Jebra? Equals the user's max light. All dice. Yeah, I don't have my maximum light this time, unfortunately. Does anybody? I don't think anybody has enough light to be able to use that. All right, that means we're gonna have to we're gonna have to be a little bit tricky. We're gonna get he's climaxing on us this turn. I'm not necessarily happy about it, but we'll use that to kill off the bozo in the back, Jaehyun. I forgot his name for a second. Jaehyun. And then basically everything else that we do is gonna need to be generating light with them. We can use Spear and level Slash. Spear is... with my dice rolls, Spear, I don't know if we get our power rolls, but with my power rolls, Spear will be as high as I can hope to get with that. And then we can use level Slash. Verdigris is just gonna take damage. If I had Duel, I could make it through that. Oswald's coming. What type of coffee do you like and how do you like it? I like basically any kind of coffee. I mean, like, genuinely any kind of coffee will do. I like all the kinds of coffee. I've rotated. I used to go to like this nice gourmet coffee shop. The prices have increased and I don't live in Osaka where the coffee shop is anymore, so I don't get to go there as often as I used to. So my habits there have kind of changed. But right now I'm drinking Kilimanjaro is the like name of the coffee, and it's good. I almost always drink my coffee with a little bit of milk and no sugar, just like a splash of milk for color, and then that's it. I just ride with that. I think everybody avoided damage there. We did it. Now the challenge here is to not kill Oswald before we get enough stuff to, before we get enough light to be able to heal somebody. I just want to be able to heal somebody. I see. I like mine with a whole bunch of milk and sugar. Yeah, I mean, you know, basically Starbucks. Like Starbucks makes all their coffee with a whole bunch of milk and sugar. So the question is, do we take Shell, which would make sure that Jebra never gets staggered, or do we take Goodbye? I think Goodbye on Jebra. And let's see, we've got Crimson Scar. Do not deal damage or stagger damage on hit. 4 to 9, die is rolled 4 times and deal damage equal to the sum of all valid rolls. 1 clashes or hits connected done with all dice on the page. I like Cobalt Scar. I think for flat out just damage on a single target, it's really good. Alright, so who is getting healed? I feel like Verdigris is significantly more important, but we don't have enough light. Literally, like, I don't even know why I'm asking this question. There's only one person who has enough light to be able to do it. And that is Wolgifer. slash, and kick, and volt slash, and raise the grass. Using only greater split forward on Jeb with goodbye. How does anyone survive this? It is one of the strategies the whole time. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Did I fuck something up? I can't remember what the dealio is with Oswald. I must have fucked something up. Cannot lose more than 50% of max HP in a single scene. Whenever an ally dies, take 50 stagger damage. At the end of the show, upon death, all librarians fully restore stagger resist and all status ailments on them are halved. Yeah, I'm confused. I'm confused! You're confusing me. Stop that. Spear. Level slash. Emotional turbulence. Blazing strike, rekindled strike. I'm blowing everything. I'm just blowing up on this guy. I know he can't lose more than 50% of his HP in one scene, but like, he didn't. I don't know about why, but when I hear Wolgafer, I think of Geisfer. Yeah, I mean, it's Wolgafer is one of the people who was really active and participating in the stream about midway through, and I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. I hope he's doing well. But he did help me put together Bayard's build. Seems like a nice guy. Alright, so we didn't get to heal with anybody except for Jebra. Jebra, to be fair, is the important one. If at the first scene here against Argalia, Pluto, and Ellen, if the first scene literally is just like Verdigris, Phil, and Wolgafer jump in front of bullets and absorb bullets for Jebra, then it would have been worth it. Also, I haven't gotten to use this new card that I slapped in my build for Jebra. Like, I haven't gotten to use it at all. Okay, so he is doing some bullshittery with the contracts. I think that's something that I need to make. I was gonna say I need to make sure that I absorb that with somebody else, but literally he did it on a dice that I can't intercept. That means that Jebra has to absorb that. So unjust counterpart defense can be had at a time, and then a copy of unjust counterpart defense. I don't know what the unjust counterpart card is, but I don't know what that does, but I imagine I'm not gonna like it. Oh boy, this will be fun. Yeah, well, he's putting it on like the only character that I care about, like, surviving this, so I don't know. It's kind of aggravating. So the question is, do I focus on taking out Elena first because she's got these this weakness to pokey spokey. So on hit, recover 2 HP. If the character recovered 3 or more HP, gain a strength next scene. I feel like we want to make sure that doesn't happen, because I think she could end up really fucking up my day if I don't stay on top of her. Now Phil has lost all of his wind-up power. Like, all of it is gone. So basically, we're looking at just having. I think I'll take a turn with Verdigris, where I do all of this stuff, where I just draw a bunch of cards in one turn, and then I'll swap to another deck next turn. So Jebra is getting targeted by this 3/8/3/8. For this scene, this passive ability Resonance activates if the target has 4+ vibration. So I think he's gonna try to hit, but he's hitting somebody else with the vibration nonsense. So It seems like the bot Argalia is not playing his deck right. Now you can call me crazy, but it seems like he's not playing his deck right. Cobalt Scar is Slash. Maybe we Dipsia. Maybe we start off with a cheeky little Dipsia. Maybe that's what we pick. Maybe that's what we start off with. 6, 10, 6 and 5. I think this one is probably the best one to target. Unga Bunga. Well, it's funny you should say that, because I was intending to Unga Bunga, but I do kind of want to make sure that I don't, you know, like, I don't want to ignore attacks and have, like, somebody who could be an asset for a turn or two die instantly because I just did something stupid. Violent Flames. And Brace Up. This attack is going to hit Jebra, but Jebra is, like, beefed up to the gills. Whoever she hits first is going to take double damage, and that's pretty good because we're going to try to delete Helena first. So Dipsia landed on 2 of them. It missed Argalia. Kind of feeling a touch of regret for not taking Jebra's no stagger damage thing. Cannot recover HP or stagger resist for 2 scenes? Yikes! That sucks. Oof. Is that the contract that I have? Anti-recovery? Ew, icky. Icky, sticky, hacky, bachuki. We don't like that. We don't like that one bit. And we've got shades. Of course we do. So Great Split Horizontal, right? That's like, we have to. I kind of want to use this and use Goodbye. Like, if I do, I'm going to do significantly less this turn, but it would, let's see, if I play this Great Split Horizontal on this AoE attack, which is Mass Individual. I think that's probably the best play that I could make is to take advantage of Goodbye. Cobalt Scar. I kind of want to delete one of the shades, but I also, like, ugh. Elena is the target. She's got the... no, wait. She doesn't have the... She didn't get the ability. Like that thing. What is it? Prey. Anti-recovery comes from Elena. Got it. Yeah, well that's... Yeah, anti-recovery is not good. I mean, like, I didn't like the way that Elena, like, gains strength based on the damage that she does. That made me, like, not not happy about this. And also, I don't know how she hit with 6 to 9. Oh, fuck. Unaffected by power gain or loss. That's how she did it. That's how she did it. Oopsies. Oh, we can fix that. Serpentine Barrier. That will give me some defense against what they're playing, and then I can play Will of the City. Rekindled Strike. We'll definitely beat that out. Violent Flame. And Praise the Grass. Then we get to do Wolga first turn. I haven't really done anything with this Bish right here, because if this slams hard, we're looking at some pretty massive damage. But I don't know if that's going to actually be enough to, like, knock him out. Maybe doing that plus a Jinni will be enough. I need to, like, this is, they're copying Jebra. I need to delete this. I need to delete him, like, immediately. Multi-slash and Raise the Grass. Alright. Here we're just kind of crossing our fingers and really, really hoping that it's gonna be okay. 72, that's a lot of damage. Ow, god damn. How did you not stagger him with that? I genuinely, I don't understand how Wolgaford just didn't stagger him. The clone dressed up as Jebra, I don't know how he didn't stagger. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Maybe he was using ranged or something. I'm pretty sure that clone is dead though, which is good. Okay. Alright, so that means we've got stuff to play with Jebra this turn. Halves the amount of status ailments on itself, rounded up. Recover HP. Dice on this page and the one flashing are unaffected by power. Double slash. Something with some beef and or cheese to clash with regurgitation, because regurgitation sucks ass. That's not gonna work. Beyond will not work. Gotta pull something else in. We'll pull this into Verdigris. I don't have a ton of faith in Verdigris surviving the next set of bullshit, but we're gonna try. I could use Sturdy Defense against that. Then I use Multi-Slash, and I use Raise the Grass. Jebra's turn is already completely spent. Was Wolga forgot? Guess turn 1, I could come out with... I could use Dipsia again. We could also use Tal T. That does 8 burn to everybody, and does pretty decent damage. I think Wolgafer's cooked. I think Wolgafer's just dead, so whatever I can get, whatever I can do this turn is, I think, the way. Whatever I can get off this turn, I think is going to be the way. So that means we want to have Wolgafer absorb as many attacks for others as we can. Phil, looks like Phil could survive another turn if we bought him just like a little bit of time. Wolgafer's got this 7, so we can pull an attack off of Verdigris if we want to, and then we could pull an attack off of Phil if we want to. And then we can use Not spoiled for choice over here. Not a lot of options on Phil. God damn it, he's gonna make me use... He's gonna make me use Spear on a different attack, on a different dice. I don't want to use that dice. I want to use my infinity dice. I don't think this is gonna be enough to beat this out. I think Phil might just be, I think Phil just might be fucked anyway. If things go wrong, we can just try to ding dong with Mr. Yasad. Welcome to our show. It's called Ding Dong with Mr. Yasad, where we ding dong with Mr. Yasad. I'm your host, Yasad. Here's my ding dong. What else are we getting hit with? Argalia is gonna be smacking Phil, and I've got no counter for it. I think all of Argalia's attacks were coming into Phil. This one's going to Verdigris. Verdigris might have a defense left over to be able to counter that. 5-9, 5-9. Phil, I don't think will survive all of this. For this scene, if passive ability Resonance activates, if target has 4+ vibration. I'm pretty sure he will if we allow that to take place there. So we'll use Multi-Slash and pull controlled Resonance off of Phil. There we go. This is not a good turn by any stretch, but we're gonna do some damage, I think, on our way out. We're gonna do some damage. Yikes. Nobody was able to beat that? There's Wolgafr's dead. Honestly, if I could just beat Elena, I think that would fix me. Goodbye. Jebra has not been able to heal, like, at all this whole turn. And we're, like, out of light. I'm, like, completely out of light on all my characters. I don't have 5 light to rub together to be able to use any of these special abilities. Which is not great. It's not great. I'm light starved over here. Okay, so I think that the play here is to try to absorb as many, like, try to get as many people to eat damage for Jebra as possible. I can do Great Split Vertical over here. This is mass individual though, so Great Split Vertical is only going to be able to survive the first one, then I get staggered. How do I beat that? How do I beat that out? What can I use? Augury Kick is only going to defend some of the damage. Like, if I had an AoE, I might have been able to do that, but I don't. I think if Jebra's Great Split Horizontal was up, we could do this. Chat, this might be it. This might be it for the first of our 5 floors available to us. But, you know, if we do fail, Argalia, Pluto, and Elena start out the fight, like, jacked out to the max, and we just don't start out jacked out to the max. So I think this might actually be it. I'm just thinking seriously. Because we don't have the light required, I don't think we're going to be able to do anything about this. Pretty sure it's over for us. I don't have enough light to be able to use cards. I can defend to a degree. I can defend myself, but I can't defend all of this shit. Pokemon just one goodbye fueled. Yeah, but we can't do that. And also, like, this unending thirst, we would be able to counter the first one, but the second one would definitely land. And I'm looking at what I have, and with my current dice bonus, I've got nothing that's gonna be able to. I've got +2. It ain't gonna cut it. So emotional turbulence gains +1 for every 2 emotional levels, so that would give me a total of +4. So on my second dice, that would turn that into a base 9 and a max 13. It is technically possible for me to win that, but it is incredibly low chance. Like, super, super low chance to win that. I mean, we'll roll those dice. I will roll those dice. Because that's what you do, right? You roll the dice. But it doesn't look good. It certainly doesn't look good for us. And if we don't win that particular bit, I think it's just over for us. I think it's over for us even if we do win that initial bite, but I don't love the circumstance it leaves me in. Yep. Nope, Deborah's dead. There she goes. Phil got off one last big attack before before he died to fire. Yep. Honestly, I don't think we did that bad. I think we did pretty goddamn good considering. Now the next thing is going to be a bit tricky because I'm not going to have warm-up time and they're going to come out the gate swinging. But look at that, Pluto and Elena are both really low. Argalia we haven't really touched, but I think if we come in with a full squad of rabbits and we just gun them down, I'm pretty sure that my rabbit build is going to be strong enough to be able to lay into them. And gun them down. I don't know, it's funny because like I don't think I have any other builds that are ranged. Like at all. It's like just the rabbits. And even them we've only got, what is that, 1, 2, I've got 2 ranged cards on my rabbits. That's it. Can I modify? I think I can modify here. I'm wondering, like, should I not run something that's balanced, and should I just run something that I know I'm only gonna get a turn from, maybe 2. I wish you could filter by ranged. It's actually insane to me that you can't just filter. I only want to see ranged cards. It's insanity to me that I can't only see ranged cards. The ranged cards we do have are good ranged cards. Let's take another look. I know Argalia is completely immune to ranged, so we are keeping in mind that this is not likely to be a build that is gonna do anything against Argalia, but we should be able to kill Elena. I need to check that real quick, because it would be really silly of me to get in here and then be like, this character is immune to ranged, this character is immune to ranged. While Pluto or Elena are alive, HP does not go below 100. Gain a speed die for every other ensemble member that died this reception. Oof. So Argalia, if we let Argalia go down last, Argalia is going to be a real beefcake and tough as fuck to deal with. It looks like Argalia might not be immune to range damage now. You know what? No, I don't want to. No. We're gonna give this the good old college try. We're gonna jump right in and just try it out. We just need a good starting roll. That's all. That's all we need. So they gained all of their stamina back. So but they lost their emotion level? And they lost their bonus dice. That's massive. Why did they lose their bonus dice? That's insane. Why did that happen? Speed dice is 6 or higher, all dice gain +1. And this is going to just do that. Then we need to do multi-slash. Multi-slash is going to be blunt slash. The extra multi-slash will throw up there. Lena can do... Degraded Chain plus Degraded Fairy. Now I've got Concentrated Fire over here as well. I might just say fuck you, Argalia, and just ignore him at the hopes of focusing entirely on the other two. That does turn that into a clash, which means I think we're almost definitely going to lose that clash. And then we've got a concentration. I think we do quick suppression and multi-slash. That's a blunt slash. Yeah. We're going for it. Concentrated fire. Multi-slash. Let's just gun her down. Seal that speed die. Gun her down. Hit her in the holes. So far, so good. Weight of Sin. I don't like this tier of egg. If I could ever get all of the eggs on one person. Oh no, they made a Bina copy! Argalia's doing his little baby bullshit this turn. Oh, interesting, we got Unjust Counterpart Defense. If this page is in hand at the end of a scene, discard a random other page and gain protection equal to its cost next scene. One play, exhaust this page. We do pinpoint shot. We just gun her down. That is the way. Just gun her down. We've got Concentrated Fire over here. And then we graze the grass. Should we graze Argalia's grass? We're gonna graze Argalia's grass. I think we throw an extra attack up here, and then we've got that quick suppression is blunt slash. We'll do that. And then we've got one more pinpoint shot. I'm hoping that this last pinpoint shot will kill them. That would be fantastic if we could get a kill. This is literally our throwaway team. We are trying to do as much damage as possible. If we can get a kill on Elena, we've won. I mean, this particular encounter I would count as a victory if we're able to kill Elena and Pluto. That would be amazing. Stab him. Salvation. Apocalypse. Lamp? I think Apocalypse. Small beak. Put all of the eggs on one basket. Man, I sure can't wait to fight Pluto. Did he just fucking clone the Arbiter? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He's a real asshole. I'll say that. So we've got Mass Individual. Do we play Apocalypse or do we play Twilight? Twilight? And I do have 2 degraded fairies that I could play. I don't really have much else that I can do aside from that. With her, that is. Okay. So we did Concentration and Will of the Prescript. Up in here. Up in here. This is going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure that Tatiana is dead this turn, which is fine. These guys are literally just like little suicide troopers. So that's fine if she doesn't make it out. Argalia's coming in and doing some goofy shit. Alright, this one we can do Will of the Prescript. I'm pretty sure Pluto's just like, with all of the things I've allotted so far, if everything hits him, I think he's just dead. But we don't like to take chances, so we're gonna go hard. Gun him down, boys. The Arbiter is just deleting my other character. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Pluto's cooked. Oop. That's not good. Tatiana's staggered. Marinella is very close to dead. Tatiana's like 1 hit. Oh, ODL staggered. So we've got 2 staggered, 1 dead. The Beast. I didn't get the other arrow. Beak. Reduce the cost of 2 random pages in hand by 1 until they're used. It does not stack. Justicia. Okay. So He's doing Mass Summation Grand Finale this turn. That's gonna hit for base 30? That's a lot. I think that's like more than I can do. So, like, I think the best thing I could probably hope for is to use my AoE. I think we're dead this turn. I think it's just Jover. So I can use Apocalypse on this spot because it's unguarded, and then I can also use Degraded Shockwave on that spot because it's unguarded. Those two AoEs will hit first, and they'll be, like I said, unguarded. But none of my other shit is gonna actually be able to survive this. Like, it's impossible. But you know, Bina's team did what Bina's team do. We took out Pluto and we took out Elena. And that should make it easier for the next team. We got some solid damage on Argalia too. Honestly, we weren't even really trying. Like, we ignored Argalia basically the whole time. Had we not gotten staggered there, I'm pretty sure we could have done something real fun. I think we're just cooked though. 6 HP and a dream. Alright, so now we have to form a team up to go against Argalia. Trigram. Now we kick Argalia in the nuts. I'm wondering if bringing Malakuth in, I feel like that's a bad idea because that requires so much wind up, and Argalia is gonna kind of start out this scene cracked out to the max. I kind of don't want to do that. I'm looking at this team. I'm looking at Fatal's group. I'm kind of feeling Fatal's group. We also have like 5 floors. Why not do some goofy ass shit? I mean, I do want to win. It's actually kind of important to me that I win. I don't want to lose. I feel like that would suck. Okay, I can't do that page. We knew that. So Yasad, I think that last one, I'm pretty sure I tried to grab Mirne's page. Can I not grab Mirne's page? Pretty sure I can. Yeah, we can still do Mirne's page. We can't do Zhao, Nikolai, Purple Tier, or Philip's page. We can still take Greta's page. But Greta's page, we're gonna have to rework the whole goddamn thing because it's all goofy as fuck. I can, however, give Eileen's page to Fatal and Ye's page to Kyle. And then we can put on... Bayard needs quite a bit of wind up as well. I'm disinclined to bring Bayard in because I feel like they're not going to have enough time to get juiced up. Irina, though, Irina's got some pretty decent cards right out the gate that she can do. And then from there, I think Tanya? Tanya? Tanya's got Beatdown, and Beatdown is pretty fun. Yay actually gets used! You think you want steak tonight? Looking at Greta making you want to have steak. I watched Jaws. I told you guys I didn't sleep last night. I actually watched, Jaws, and then, God, I almost watched Pulp Fiction. And I watched something else too. I watched some Always Sunny after I watched Jaws, and then I think I watched I watched BreadTube. Alright, I feel like this will work. I feel like this will be fine. This is what we're gonna run with. We still have multiple floors left. I think we've got 3 floors left, including this one. So we should be able to handle Argalia. Impugnatio Ultima. Can't use it. But we can use Final Stroke, which is going to just, like, delete all of the cards in our hand. And then we'll use Brace Up. Let's see. Can't use Exhale Smoke. We can use Smoke Blow. actually not bad, rolls-wise. And then we can use Will of the City after that. Let's see, you can grab attention with BG, although BG needs to hit in order for us to get our bonus here. Halves the amount of status ailments on self rounded up. I'm inclined to not queue up BG against that because I want BG to win. And then this is down here on Akasha. We can use, maybe we can use Augury Kick. That's got a higher chance to beat that up. And then we'll use Graze the Grass for emotion points. And then over here we've got, we wanna put as much smoke on him as possible. I feel like Smoke Blow is gonna be the best way we can do that. And then we can also use Guidance of the Gears. Or, I think Multi-Slash. Guidance of the Gears is going to give us some smoke, but I think we want the card draw more right now. Graze the Grass, because we need our emotional points. Win those clashes, Daddy-O. Oh, no, no. That's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to win the clash. I want to cook Argalia. I want him to be cooked. Dead even. Alright, so Metallic Ringing upon a successful blunt attack request. I think request. When there is no requested target present, the first enemy a selected librarian hits is marked as one. Deal bonus damage against the requested target. Okay. And then Lament. Smoke. I think we've put this one yay. Legit masterpiece of a movie. I'm glad you enjoyed it. The scene that is generally unsettling to most people with the torture scene, that bit right there really bugs people, but it is one of the things about Quentin Tarantino that I think is interesting is he just doesn't give a shit. He just doesn't give a shit. It's like, I think in an interview somebody was like, why did you make it so violent? And he was like, because violence is fun, Jan, deal with it. And I'm like, I mean, you're not wrong. We're talking about a massive industry, like billions and billions of dollars in violence, because violence is fun. Now we could deep drag here, and we could deep drag pretty early, and that's gonna put a lot of smoke on him. So deep drag is 6 to 19 versus an 8 to 17. I don't know if I want to risk that. I don't want to just like have Akasha beat it down, and then we don't like, it's not gonna happen, right? Yeah, we'll have Akasha beat this bozo down. I'd like to have Beatdown go up against Grand Finale, because Beatdown's got a chance to win that. But I'm pretty sure we survive, even if Grand Finale slaps, especially with Tanya, because Tanya's got pretty strong poke defense. Has anyone asked him about the foot obsession? I mean, yes, I'm sure they have. He's pretty well known for the whole foot thing, I think. Alright, let's gun him down. Nobody won. We're all taking this damage. Some more than others. It's a pretty solid way to soften us up. I'll give Argalia that. He's making everybody nice and soft. But with all that smoke on him right now, I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a bad time this next turn. Deal bonus damage. Yeah, that's obviously Eternal Rest is the way. we do one. It's got to be either fatal or yay. I think we're gonna do one fatal. Magic bullet, regret. Chained wrath. Fatal. Harmony? We can do regret as an AoE now. And our AoE hits first. Crescendo is gonna stagger like everybody. That sucks. Let's see. It's coming in at a mass individual 6, 10, 9, 22. If the last die hit, this deals 50% more damage. God damn. Okay. Let me just think about that for a second. I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing that's gonna be able to mash up against that. Not with you, not with, Impugnatio Ultimized. I don't think that's gonna do anything either. I think we're just gonna take Crescendo. I think that's just, we're gonna eat that right in our face. I hate it, but I don't see any solution to this right now. Not even close. Like we could, oh, if the last die hit, okay, so that means if we can block the first die, we're able to, you know, maybe take the second die a little bit better. So maybe we do regret. Oh, that's 6 to 8. Regret doesn't. I don't think our AOE is going to play against their AOE. Yeah, I don't think they play against each other. So that means we would need to play something else. And I don't think Fatal has anything that's going to be able to stack up to that. I guess we'll use Smoking Pipe. We're gonna get hit. I don't see a way around it. We don't have anything that's gonna give us the blunt dice bonus. Master, yeah, I know they don't flash. Dark Flame, where are you? I want to know where's Solemn Lament. Wherefore art thou Solemn Lament? Harmony, 4-7 with our +2 makes that a 6-9. Nice. I don't know if this is gonna actually make it though. Is he hitting me with anything here? I don't think so. This right here is gonna get smacked, but I think I can intercept that with somebody else. If we're willing to sacrifice somebody, we can pull this in with somebody else. And Akasha's gotta play something. Steel Knuckles, that's as good as it's gonna get. I'm pretty sure Akasha's cooked as well. I think I can pull in one of these other attacks. I think I can get all of it focused onto Akasha, because Akasha's done like their one-trick pony. So what we can do is we can avoid using Steel Knuckles here. We can use Steel Knuckles to pull in an attack that isn't already coming in to hit us. This one. Impugnatio Ultimate. I think that's as good as it gets for me. This one discards all pages and gain +2 power. I'm pretty sure Phil, like I can use Deep Drag back here, but I won't be able to absorb this cleave attack. If I do, then this cleave attack is gonna hit Phil and is gonna do bonus damage to Phil. I think I have to do that in order for Phil to survive. Otherwise, I don't think he makes it to the next turn. Big yikes. Big yikes. I'm pretty sure we're just cooked. That did significantly less damage than I was expecting, I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was gonna hit way harder than it actually did. I know that I wasn't expecting I was not expecting anybody to really, or I was not expecting like 3 people to survive that. That's good though. We got a nice beefy bit of damage out. When hits against enemies whose HP is 50% or lower, seal 1 speed die of the target twice per scene. Excludes mass attacks. Okay, it's got to be somebody who's still up and who still has the capacity to attack, which is only one of us. We did get Solemn Lament, and we can roll that 8 times, and it happens at the beginning of the turn, so that's good. Hopefully, he's not doing an AoE this turn. Okay, he's not. Okay, cool. So we can do True Trigram Formation and absorb this. Right? He's got very little HP left. And we can use Solemn Lament over here. He's got 3 to paralyze right now, which means we actually have a pretty solid chance of landing hits. That's going to be -3, that turns it into a 5. We've got +6. Pretty sure that we could beat this. Dice in this page and the page clashing are unaffected by power gain or loss. Okay, we're just going to ignore that one then. What else could we stab? What could we stab? I feel like we're just gonna wanna hit him where he's not defending. And then we can use, we got +7. Look at that. Oh my god, +7 on ya boy. Yay is gonna smack his bitch up this turn for real. Loss of senses. I think that'll land real nice. And then sure, why not a smoking pipe? You're still awake playing that baby game? As you know, I'm always still awake playing this game. Gun him down, boys. Blow, 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 blow. Oh, how did you lose that? Whoop. He's still alive. What's he doing? Stop that. How? No, this can't be. I'm not supposed to remain... Yo, Angela, good to see you again after so long. Guess you had to return to a mechanical body, huh? Your face is all pale again. Roland, what have you done? You almost evaporated on the last day, so I pulled you out of the pillar of light. Just a quick sec. I'm still not done dealing with that persistent sicko over there. You should not have done that. I won't be able to revert everything completely this way. It was all for naught. That was my one last chance. Roland, Angela. Fucking kill him, please. Oh my god. Should have behaved like the lunatic you always were until the very end. This is what you get for going out of character and squealing like an amateur. This is hideous. I wanted my end to be an elegant one at least. I'll send my dear sister your regards, brother-in-law. Drop dead already. Curtain call. Thank the fuck Christ. I just got the achievement popped up. The achievement called Finale. I guess that wraps things up. Does it? What are you gonna do now? What to do? Looks like your body did turn back into a machine. Yeah. It was nice to be able to forget the things I should forget, if for a brief while. You said the people who've turned into books in the library are gonna come back, right? But so far, the only ones to revive were the Blue Reverb and his cronies. They'll regain consciousness to find themselves lying somewhere in the city as if waking up from a long slumber. There wouldn't have been any uncertainty had you not intervened at the last moment. Thanks to you, I have no idea when or where the people will reawake. So they're still coming back anyway, yeah? That's a relief. I had a feeling this would work out. Why did you do such a thing if you weren't even certain? Doesn't hurt to do something I actually want for the sake of myself. I got sick of weighing profits my whole life. You still have something you're hiding from me, don't you? The purple tear told me one thing before I made the jump here. When you get in there, it'll be nice in several ways to do what you want without letting anything hold you back at the end, kid. Seeing you slowly vanish in the light, her words hit me. It sounds as if she anticipated everything. Was it by the purple tear's assistance that you could intrude into the library? Yep, you read in her book that she can jump between dimensions or whatever, yeah? I was honestly doubtful about her whole deal, but I eventually decided to get some help from her. And here, you drop this. It's the list of wishes I wrote. I don't think I can accomplish half of the things written on here with a body like this, though. Well, that's something we gotta start figuring out from now on. There probably won't be one absolute answer or whatever. There are as many people out there as stars out there, all intertwined with one another. That's actually not true, Roland. And every one of them has a different story, a different answer to tell. A granny. You gotta love calling a, what is she, 60? A 60-year-old who looks like she's like 28. A granny. Unbelievable. Her lore entry is funny. I don't think she's omniscient, but her dimensional hopping would be useful to know a lot of things. We did it. By the by, I thought this library fell to bits for the most part, but it looks like its power is still there, right? Oh shit. I did not mean to hit skip. I was trying to go to the next scene. Yeah, I remember that guy. I remember Baral. He's part of the government. Fuck. Can I go to he's supposed to be here. Can I return to the title and do that again? Yeah, I remember fighting him in LobCorp. Clause the law. But yeah, he's part of the government. You're fighting the head now. Perfect. I beat the video game. We can't Furioso. We're just gonna take Serum W right to the tits, right? No possible way to beat it. I guess we could defend against it. And do Durandal to get strength next turn. God damn. It's a neat trick, dog. Oh, I love it. He's got no health bar. Exhausted already? We have yet to even expend any real effort. Executioner? I'll finish them. Halt. You've shown up at last. Have we met before? So that's why Angela asked me to hang in there. It was to wake you up, huh? What? You ain't pleased to see me coming? Save your ass? I'm not complaining, ma'am. Don't worry about it. Just pull yourself together and get up. It's too early to flop down, you know? Alright, thanks for coming. I definitely was not gonna make it through this alone. It's a relief to have you. Can't guarantee that I'll power through this either. Well, we'll have to try and stop them as long as we can. Know that joining forces will not change the inevitable outcome of this. Nevertheless, your efforts certainly are a joy to witness. Truly and indeed, while I would not mind to spectate the situation from a distance, we must see to it that this place was dealt with thoroughly. So it would be wise for me to participate. And this just got more troublesome. That's 2v2, and holy shit, Roland did actually keep the damage that he got earlier. That's not good. Alright, 8. We do have Wheels of Industry, which would be able to get us through this, but we don't have lights. So that's not good. Maybe Jebra could do one rush to beat that out. Oh my god. I think I've got to do one rush to beat this out. Jesus, tap dancing Christ. 11 to 16 also? Fuck. Mook Workshop. I mean, I don't think Mook Workshop is going to be able to beat it, but there is technically a chance. Like, they have no HP bar. I don't, like... I suppose there probably is, like, a win condition here. They brought a beholder this time. Jesus Christ. Isolated without a way out. Your state is nothing short of pitiful. You still managed to hold out for a greater deal of time than we anticipated. 'Tis a shame that it must end this way. Now. Oh, Bina's here. It is indeed true that verbosity leaves you vulnerable. Garion. That is a name I have not heard in a long while. Although I suppose that name is not for me anymore. Despite having received news of you, I didn't expect you to come out and read us this late. What took you so long? I was simply watching you from afar for a moment. Really now, until we got all battered up? Look after yourselves before you blame me. This strife will have to resume soon enough. Not only did you fail to responsibly perform your duty, you have fallen asleep here and turned your back on us. How imprudent of you. However, I suppose we can call you to account later. We will tear down your grave and extract you before long. I can only pity you and your vain endeavor to seek an entity whose husk is all that remains. Executioner, be prepared. It will take place any minute now. $18 to $27. God damn. Greater split vertical. Slice him to bits. I don't have enough dice to play anymore, but we'll do that. I need Angela to pop out. Angela, come out here and fuck these guys up for me, please. Wheels of Industry? Destroy opponent's next die. She's not degraded anymore, wicked. Be a real shame if she was degraded. I'm sure that there's a point to this. I can't see it just yet, but I'm sure there's a point here that I'm missing. Generally speaking, and this is just, yeah, please correct me if I'm wrong. This is just my understanding. The head will just fuck up your day. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure the head just will fuck up your day. Yeah, I know. I feel really stupid. That button was just there and my dumbass skipped past it. I should not have. It was not my intention. I just healed for 50, goddamn. And we're getting Serum W for 30. Not great. Not great. Are we getting emotion? We are getting emotion levels. It's just happening really, really slow. They've got so much stuff that they're hitting me with that is beefy as fuck. Lock. I guess I'm gonna use not lock, because that's a 9 to 20. I do like that we don't have degraded cards anymore. That's they seem significantly stronger. Chain. Altier logic. Gun him down. If you break taboo, yeah, Claw will cut you to ribbons. What's break taboo? It must be in that skipped bit. Okay, focus spirit. And sphere. Let's try, do we have our passives? We don't have our passives. Okay, so I was doing math that I did before, and my math was wrong because I was doing math calculations based on having page attributed. Oh, she does? Okay, I must have missed that. I swear to God, the second I think this game is gonna let me get back to like the main menu and like start thinking about next steps and doing achievement collections. I even get the achievement that's like, finale, you did it. And then immediately after that they're like, no you didn't. You should know better by now. And I feel that. I should have known better. It's stupid of me to have thought this game would let me out. Let me out! I guess we didn't get Focus Spirit last attack? We can use Durandal or Furioso now. I feel like we should save Furioso for the I think we should save Furiosa for something else. No getting the bonus achievement for this one terrifies me to this day. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. None of the achievements are registered as missable, so from my perspective and from my understanding, that shouldn't be a thing. We shouldn't need to worry about that. Durandal has a pretty low chance, all things considered, of making it through. This will make it through one, but the other one will get through. And we've just been like, one after the other have just been failing to connect attacks. Gun her down! Clack, clack, clack. Staggered. Serum R, and they're doing Shockwave. I think that just means Deborah is dead. Pretty sure that's what that's gonna mean. Rip Bozo. Yeah, I think it's Jover. Incapacitated. Cannot participate in the battle this act. That sucks. I don't get like a notification telling me what the hell he's doing. This die cannot be destroyed. He's doing Serum W. I'm pretty sure that like I can't do anything to block Serum W from hitting. I think yes, 30-30. I got nothing. It's gonna be able to beat that. Don't worry, you're almost there. It's Jover. It's Jover, Dad. It's over. Wheels of Industry. Simply reduce their HP to 0. There's no number. What the? What's up with this tremor? Looks like they're gonna press ahead with the plan. Garion, as much as it is a shame that we failed to retrieve your once crumbled body, the end is nigh. This place will be expelled as planned. Prepare to be sent to the outskirts. A truly great distance from the city. Beget not fear, you are simply being relocated to where you belong. I only ask that you do not return. The city cannot leave room for being such as you. For now, we shall kindly move you to the outskirts, but should you return to the city, we would consider it such that you have chosen to disregard our kindness. So mark my words well, and stay where you rightfully belong. Thank the fuck Christ. maybe it goes on as long as... Maybe it goes on as long as you have two people, or yeah, as long as you have at least two people standing. I'll have to go back to the credenza. There is a win condition. Shit. Because you need to do that fight again. The outskirts look much more barren than I had imagined. I guess that's how it is here. Now what to do? I plan to live on, and I plan to change. Change what? Well, my vengeance hasn't ceased entirely. I'm still eager to see it through. I'll continue to write books and reopen the library at some point. It likely won't resume immediately, though. Really? Before anything else, I've decided to change course. From now on, I'll properly face who I should direct my anger at. Tragedy and suffering, not unlike what we went through, would keep happening on a daily basis in the city. Thus, if that's the case, I want to know why such pain is perpetuated. I don't think I'll ever be able to part with my resentment and wrath otherwise. Oh yeah, like the whole tread wheel thing you mentioned. A word of advice as former city folk, it won't be an easy road to take. You'd have no idea where to even start. If you ask me, it's as natural as water flowing in a city full of humans. Tragedy, violence, and loss follow as a matter of course. I'm still going to give it a shot, even though the journey will be quite long. Perhaps this is one of the ways I can repent for what I've done. Of course, the library will be run in a different way from how it was up to now. That is that. That is this, and this is that. You said it, but you said it wrong. That is this, and this is that, huh? What about your list then? Since the circumstances have changed, I'll have to rethink my wishes. Sadly, I won't be able to taste that sick meat stew with this body. That's a huge shame. Putting that aside, isn't it time you let me in on your secret now? What do you mean?
네가 이곳에 와서
The biggest
가장
surprise
놀라운
you've had here.
그거.
Oh, that you somehow remembered it?
뭐든 기억하니까.
I can remember anything, you know.
정말
This one's
개인적인
really
건데.
personal.
시간은 많으니 대답할 때까지
We have all the time in the world.
기다릴게.
I can wait years for your answer.
알겠어.
Alright, fine. I actually wanted to write a book
내가 본 도시와
about what I'd
사람에
seen
대해
of the
말이야.
city and its people.
글재 주는 영 없어서
Though I gave up
진작에
because I had no
포기했지만
talent in writing whatsoever.
도저히
My
누구에게
writing was just
보여줄 수
too
있는
crude.
인물이 아니더라고.
I couldn't show it to anyone.
궁금한걸?
I'd love to give it a read.
웃으려면 웃어.
Laugh at me if you want. A grown man like me
너희가
wanting
글을
to
쓰고
write
싶어
books,
하다니.
I'd laugh at myself too.
웃기지 않아.
It's not laughable at all, though I do find it surprising.
도시와 사람들의
Recording the
삶을
city and the lives of its people, huh?
절대 다른
Don't tell the
사람들에게는
other
말하지 마.
librarians. This stays between you and me, alright? Keep it zipped.
좋아.
Alright.
그럼
Shall we
이번에는
write a book together this
같이
time,
책을
Roland?
쓰-
저야 영광이죠.
It would be my honor, Mr. Actor.
틀렸어.
Wrong. Try again.
아니잖아.
You should know by now that you should know by now that's not the right way to address me, don't
나야
you?
좋지.
Sounds good to me, Angela.
And-
Achievement! Roland and Angela chose to forgive each other. Friends. Acquired new rewards for reception to Black Silence and Reverberation Ensemble. Jesus, tap dancing, Christ. This so many fights in a row. Please, can I go back to the credenza again? And we got the new ego cards as well. So that's cool. Deal and take twice as much physical damage. Upon a successful pierce attack, inflict 1 nail to the target. If the character with nails is hit by a blunt attack, they take bonus damage equal to 5 times the amount of nails in them, and all stacks of nails are removed. That's cool. So you mix pierce and blunt and kind of set up and deal damage. Reduce incoming stagger damage by 1 to 3. When hit, the attacker takes stagger damage equal to physical damage this character received. Wrist Cutter. Purge strength, endurance, protection, and stagger protection from target. That's nice. And it's mass summation. It's AoE, and it's on hit, so you actually do need to land the hit. But that is a really nice. Just strip the buffs. God damn. I seriously I cannot talk. Lose half of current HP. Give 1 strength to all allies next scene. That is a trade-off for sure. Marionette. All of users' pages cost 1 more the next scene. Deal 5 damage to the target. Inflict bind and feeble next scene. Inflict bind and feeble next scene. And remorse. 3 random enemies are inflicted with a random status ailment from paralysis, feeble, disarm, bind, fragile, individually determined. There's an achievement for booking PT with Roland, so I guess we can use them there. Yeah. We got one of the endings. We can go to continue. Awesome. Okay. So in the credenza, I guess we can click on this. And this allows us to do the Xena and Beryl fight again. And we can do the recall pre and post battle. Black Silence. I gotta do the God damn it. I have to do the what is it? There's a specific point. I think I have to do the entire, like, this ending, this bit here again. I can't remember because, like, it's greeting the Black Silence, but then after the Black Silence, there's that bit where we talk. I have to figure out because I've officially beaten the game now. I've unlocked the ability to go look at stuff. So I can look at how to unlock these remaining achievements. Just straight up, like, I just want to view the intro that I missed here. I want to recall the pre-battle story.
그나저나 이 도서관은
By the way,
많이
I thought the
허물어진
library
줄
fell to
알았는데
bits for the most part, but it looks like the power's
아직
still here, right?
밖에서 분명
There's got to be a horde of people watching for the chance to raid this place out there, but no one's broken in so far. I find that peculiar as well.
엔젤라,
That, Angela, is because this library is the shell of your mind and consciousness. Our ego, as you call it, or ego as you call it, it's the consequence of making a decision that only a human could make. One that couldn't be further from what a resident of the city would choose. How long have you been here?
어디에서 온 건가?
A visitor from the head, huh?
눈과
The eye and the claw, too. Keep perfectly still, or you'll be torn apart. Remember, even you, of all city folk, can be ripped to shreds in your current state. Damn. You may have concluded your own little tales, but the distortion still continues to grave its mark on the city. That new color has permeated the city much too profoundly. So now the head is going to hold us accountable for the phenomenon, is that it? No one could be held responsible for the distortion at this point. It breaks my heart to think that it might still shift the ecology of the city we had cultivated with care. If so, what brings an agent of the head here, and why so late? We're here to expel you and your library from the city, and to retrieve a certain degraded colleague of ours. You mean the structure in its entirety will be driven out and relocated to the outskirts. The library has already become an impurity of the city. We couldn't stand by any longer. Are you disturbed by its powers? Not quite. The sole reason is you, Angela. An entity that isn't human entertained thoughts that only a human should have. You poor machine. No matter how much you contemplate and enrich your mind, you cannot become human if you aren't born as one. When I thought you might turn into a human at the end, you let go of all you had during that critical moment. Had you fully become a human at the culmination of the ordeal, the city would have been more willing to accept you. Alas. I don't care if I have to stay as a machine. A machine with a heart has no place in the city. You cannot break free from your origin, which defines you. Why does that matter? I'm the only one who has a say in defining my identity. I don't need any flimsy husk to do it for me. How contemptible that your line of thought is so dangerously close to what a human must aspire to reach. You're further demonstrating why we cannot let you be. For someone who loves to preach humanity, you sure seemed fine with letting distortions cause many a scene in your precious backyard. By all manner of means, distortions are one of the many aspects of humanity. Their existence is not wholly wrongful from our point of view. It was simply time for them to emerge. Are they not more bearable than a meager machine putting up a charade of being human? So, do yourself a favor and throw away that crumpled piece of paper. You've done something so cute, so nervously. And what if we made you kick the bucket here? The expulsion will still take place as planned. It's inevitable. This matter goes beyond you and the library. L-Corp itself was a stain and a blemish to the head. No wonder it is. To trounce over L-Corp's singularity and its end goal, you dispatched an arbiter by the name of Bina. No, it was Garion, wasn't it? Regardless, it ended in utter failure, did it not? Garion did such a sloppy job dealing with it. And now the chasm has grown too wide. Angela, the machine with the mind of a human. The door mustn't be closed because of something like you. If I'm understanding this right, you wish to put me to death and kick the library out into the outskirts, is that correct? You've guessed right. I exist in this place as myself, standing on my 2 feet, with my own strength. I have no problem brushing off the bullshit you're spewing on my doorstep. And you sure are verbose in company, just like Bina. You always add needless comments as if you just can't help it. Executioner? I thought the library ceased pretty much all of its functions. As that arbiter said, the library is my ego. In that case, I can perform such feats without breaking a sweat. Although, this is only a temporary retreat, similar to how guests are greeted. We're finally receiving guests from the head itself, huh? I guess these are the last ones we'll get to greet from here. It seems they are. I don't have to stay in this nest anyway. Good for us. Saves us the trouble of packing stuff up to move. Cool. So next time we're gonna come back and we're gonna get the other endings. I think we'll probably wind up tweaking some builds I want to take a look at. I think I've still got the old key pages, right? There's a couple of things I need to poke around at, but I think the new cards just go into the new cards will just plug into the old bookshelves or key pages. Sorry. So like I just slap crescendo in here and slap controlled resonance in here. I don't think there's any more deck building to be done outside of farming specific niche achievements. That's exactly what I'm talking about though, like specific niche achievements, but also, I mean, yeah, I don't necessarily have to build decks because I can just use the decks that I have, but there are some, as far as I know, there are some achievements that require very specific circumstances, and I might have to tweak some builds to make those happen. The new cards are cool, but there's literally nothing to use them on. That's probably true. That's probably true. I mean, like I said, I did not sleep last night, so I'm a little bit wiped out, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm gonna take a nap. Thank you, some guy. I did finish the story, but we're not done with the game yet, because I'm gonna 100% this bad boy. And now is kind of a shift from how I usually do things. Generally speaking, anything that goes with getting achievements and little bits of story and details and things like that are on the table now, and I intend to do a bit of research before I come in to tomorrow's stream. We're gonna clean up some of the remaining end of game achievements and read some of the story. We'll probably check out some of the egos, and if you guys are interested in that, I'll read some of those. I could read all of them. I probably would read all of them by myself, but I'll read select ones on stream if you guys want to request specific ones for me to check out. Be more than happy to. Aside from that, I'm basically going to create like a short list of tasks that I want to do, and I want to knock those out. Start collecting the achievables now that we've got the main story completed. I think like that fight seemed like it was probably doable if I matched the right cards up and got a little bit lucky. And I was told that I'm gonna have to fight them again. So I guess I'm gonna have to fight them again. So we'll see how that goes. I'll see if I can figure out how to actually beat the head. I don't love the lack of HP and the like every 2 turns using something that's like 20 to 39 damage or 30 to 30 damage. It's a pain in the ass to deal with, but awesome stuff. I'm so glad to be. I cannot tell you how happy I am to be back at the smooth jazz, and the screen here. It's because the beholder is hiding. It also, their HP doesn't matter at all. It's because the beholder is hiding it. Okay, so the beholder is the thing that was inside the cutscene, the white in like a white case or whatever. Yeah, I'll have to get some more lore and info, because I feel like there's still some holes in my knowledge, some gaps in my knowledge from the stuff that I've run across in this game. But it's huge. The story is massive, and that, god damn it, that last from here on is so much. I think that took me like 2 straight weeks of streams. And I mean, yeah, I only play for like 4 hours at a time, and I also will beat my head up against a wall, making mistakes repeatedly until I can figure out a way to get through it because I'm not using any guides. But like, god damn, that was one of the boss rushes of all time. But I feel accomplished. I feel satisfaction in having triumphed, and I am looking forward to doing a bunch of fun stuff and cleaning up achievements. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the interesting little interactions that we can get from the various achievables. Like, I know one of them is One of them is connected to, like, I think each floor, like Blockma has an achievement, Power Overwhelming, gain 15 strength in a single scene. That shouldn't be difficult to do. I just have to line up the right cards. Yeah, like, basically going through each of these, I'm just gonna have to, like, take a peek and have the right enemy up to go up against and the right deck in place. You think you almost got it with Mirane by accident? I think so as well. I think so as well. If I was not doing Singleton in that deck, I'm pretty sure I could have done it, because you could play, I think you could play 3, in a single turn. But anyway, yeah, we'll fuck around, with that and see if we can get that off the ground. Yeah, defeat 5 guests through burn damage in a single reception. That's just got to do the first reception with baby enemies that spawn in, and then set everybody on fire. Yeah, but a lot of these are just ones that we'll have to take a peek at and see. Defeat 3 guests after selecting the abnormality page. Fervent Beasts. Time attack. Yeah, a lot of these look like unique interactions with specific floors, and we'll get into all of that and knock out the rest of the achievements. Once we're at 100%, we'll move on. But there's some more stuff that we got to do in this game. I predict it's probably going to take another 2 weeks of streams that are going to be just Library of Ruina, but shortly after that we're gonna be moving on to something else. Like I have said in the past, I do intend to play Limbus Company, although I don't think I'm going to be playing Limbus Company as much as I've played Library of Ruina. 1, because it's free to play, 2, because it's a gacha, and 3, because everything's time gated, and I basically could just make it a day that I play that game, one stream for multiple hours out of the day, and then slowly but surely over time I will obtain all of the content. But I don't want to hit a content wall. It's something that I've done multiple times in games like Warframe, where I hit a content wall and then I have like nothing to do but farm content. I'm gonna go nice and slow. But I think that's gonna do it for me for today. I'm gonna sleep. I feel sleepy. I'm gonna go eat something. I'm gonna take a nap, and then I've got English. I teach English. I've got English lessons today, so I gotta be spry and ready to go. We've got a Discord that exists. You can !Discord in the chat to get a link. Come hang out. Come say hi. We actually hang out in the Discord. We play games together. You could come out and you can play games with me too. I'm gonna go nights now, so I'll see all you beautiful people tomorrow. Sweetest of dreams to you, should it be the evening, and a wondrous day in other case. Bye.